Hello, Merry Meet. So today I want to address a topic that I've seen discussed quite a bit among various pagan forums and such lately. And that is basically the current slew of movies and TV shows that show witches in a very bad light. And whatever or not, this is something that we as a community need to worry about. Now, I have some thoughts about this. I thought I would address it. First of all, I've seen some people present this as no, it has to be the Christian right that's attacking us with this. But no, I don't think so. Never ascribe to malice what can just basically be described by greed. It sells, it's what's popular right now. So I don't think that all of these various shows have anything to do with that. I think it's just that, just like when a superhero movie gets popular, lots of companies will produce superhero movies to just ride that wave because it's a sure way to earn money. So yeah. There are a lot of these movies and shows currently. For example, American Horror Coven, and Salem, all of the Hansel and Gretel movies, because there've been a load of them lately, because of there was one movie that gained some popularity. There's a whole slew of them. And generally speaking, we have been spoiled for a while with having a lot of magic using protagonists that's been good. And some of the difference between, for example, the Harry Potter movies and, let's say, something like Salem, is that while there are evil magic users in Harry Potter, all the heroes are magic users as well. Basically, it is not saying magic users are evil. It's just saying there are bad people and there are good people. And right here, almost all of the characters, with small handful of exceptions, are magic users. So of course, there will be some bad ones. Well, in, for example, Salem, everybody that is practicing magic is to varying degrees evil. So yeah, and also it has tendency to the witch stereotype has made a comeback. It has been unpopular for a while, but instead witches has been portrayed in a more modern and positive light. But now the crone that eat people has made a comeback. So yeah. Now, as for whatever or not this is negative for us as a community, but say yes and no. Now, of course, nobody is going to, at least nobody's sane, is going to watch a show like Salem or The Coven or anything like that and think, no, this is real. This is basically, these characters are real. However, when you constantly get the idea that witches are evil, even if that's from entertainment, sooner or later you will associate evil with that word. And as such, it is then easy to react negatively when your friend tells you she's a witch, or your son tells you he's a witch, because you have this idea that no, witches are evil because you've seen it on TV constantly. How things are portrayed in the media definitely do affect people. For example, the stereotype that fat people are lazy and are only thinking about food, that's all they think about all day. A lot of people have that belief, and that mostly, well, it comes from the media, because that's how fat characters are portrayed for the most part. The same way, if all witch characters are portrayed as evil, even if they aren't anything, I mean, there's a big difference between fiction and the religious practice or a magical practice of real life witches. But still, people get that link to evil with it because that's what they're told through the media. Now, do I think this will be a big problem, however? No, I don't. I think that the religion of Wicca and other forms of new witchcraft has been known enough that people, for the most part, even those that are against us, realize that no, we are not hags that eat babies. So I don't think it will affect us particularly negatively. But that doesn't mean that I am not looking forward to when things change in the media and we again get more positive witch characters. Now, do I have anything against these shows? No, I actually enjoyed Salem a lot. I can't wait for season 2. I haven't gotten to Coven yet because I haven't gotten through all the seasons of American Horror Story. I am late in season 1. I just got a little bit late to the party there. But I'll get to it eventually. I really like the various Hansel Gretel movies because I just like fantasy-themed horror splatters. It's fun. All of these things, I watch them, I enjoy them. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy things like, for example, Charmed, more that show witches in a more positive light. But I think that the trends will turn again, because really, we have been spoiled because of several franchises that has portrayed the magic users in a very positive light, have gotten a lot of success. For example, Charmed. And then we have the Harry Potter universe, and all of that, which has made it popular to portray magic users as heroes. However, we are just down into a little trend right now that probably got started by Coven. I am not completely sure about that. I am not a media analyst. But that seems to have been the first one of that slew of products to go back to the old stereotype of witches. However, that stereotype is a pretty limited one. So that I think that media will go tired of that pretty soon. And I mean, I don't have anything against if they use that stereotype every so often. I just hope that they will again soon produce things that go back to the more positive images. And no, I don't think there's anything wrong with making things like Salem or anything of that. The only thing I have against Salem is that they have some named characters there. I've addressed this before, and I think that portraying named characters who suffered because of an accusation of a crime, and then portraying them as having actually committed that crime is a bit tasteless. They could have just made up all the characters, but other than that, I have nothing against it. I have nothing against these shows. I don't think that Hollywood should have to sort of tread carefully and not do anything to offend the Neo Pagan community. That would be ludicrous. And I enjoy these things. I'm just saying that could it affect public opinion on real life witches? Yes, it could. Do I think we have a huge thing to worry about? No. Do I think that we should be angry and mad at these things? Are they an insult towards us? No. Do I think there are an effort of the Christian right to undermine paganism? No. They just a fad in entertainment right now, and it'll change. So I don't think that there's a need for the panic that I've seen a lot of Neo Pagans have. And I also think that going completely ballistic, sending insults to these production companies and such, is insane. We don't own the image of a witch. So while we might like witches to be presented in a positive light, we don't own a right to demand it. People can use the image of a witch any way they choose. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Generally speaking, I would say not worry about it. It's how various archetypes are portrayed in the media comes and goes. So yeah. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Have a great day and blessed be.